Good evening, and thank you for joining us as we start a new week together. Well, tonight, Florida residents are reeling from the catastrophic damage of Hurricane Ian. The death toll stands at 95, but sadly, that number is expected to rise. And 5 days since the storm made landfall, more than 500,000 are still without power. FEMA's damage assessment is ongoing and rescue efforts are still underway. More than 2,000 people in Southwest and Central Florida have been brought to safety. One of the hardest hit areas, Sanibel Island, remains cut off from the mainland with no electricity or running water for most of the residents. Tonight, there are major questions about delayed evacuation orders in Lee County, which took a direct hit. President Biden will visit Florida on Wednesday to survey the damage. And today he was in Puerto Rico, where residents are still recovering from Hurricane Fiona. CBS's Kris Van Cleave will start us off tonight from Fort Myers Beach. And good evening, Kris. How are the people there holding up?
Well, Norah, frustration is mounting for many. Gas, power, and water remain in short supply. The entire city of Fort Myers Beach has now been closed even to residents so crews can focus on searching for survivors. And it is not easy. There are buildings that have been tossed about, mountains of rubble. That is a fishing boat on top of an SUV, and perhaps somewhere in all of this mess, people. Tonight, new images of the devastation near Fort Myers Beach as search and rescue teams sift through the widespread destruction. Going door to door looking for survivors or those who perished in the storm.
Fire department!
The city's mayor says perhaps more than 24 remain unaccounted for.
Lifting up houses, lifting up rubble, listening, sending dogs in. So what they're trying to do is to find the survivors.
Shrimper Logan Lyons rode out the storm on his boat. The 65-year-old and his load of shrimp came out unscathed. The next time a hurricane's coming, would you think about riding it out on the boat?
No, I wouldn't even ride it out on land. If they say evacuate, I'm going to evacuate.
But as residents struggle to pick up the pieces, there is mounting criticism over the decision not to issue an evacuation order for Lee County until Tuesday, the day before Ian made landfall. That's despite warnings they were in the storm's path since Friday. Today, the sheriff defended the county's response. You said 800 rescues, which is a huge number. It raises the question, did the evacuation order work, and should it have been issued sooner?
We got that message out at the right time. Now, whether people listen to it, we can't force people out of their homes, but we can continuously say, look, mandatory evacuation.
Today, President Biden toured damage from a different hurricane 2 weeks after Fiona crippled Puerto Rico's power grid. He pledged $60 million to help in the recovery.
I'm determined to help Puerto Rico build faster than in the past and stronger and better prepared for the future.
Monday, many coastal counties in Florida began issuing evacuation orders. Fort Myers Beach that morning started encouraging its residents to get out. By Monday night, the town posted on its social media the risk was so great people needed to evacuate, even though Lee County wouldn't make an evacuation decision until Tuesday morning. When Lee County finally did, it was less than 24 hours before Ian's arrival. Norah?
Not a lot of time for people to get ready. Kris Van Cleave, thank you.